Hey guys, welcome to another video. I want to interrupt our regularly scheduled complaining about Battlefield 6 to show you another one of my hyperfixations, modern military modding in Helldivers 2. If you enjoy third-person tactical shooters like Ghost Recon and you haven't played Helldivers yet, you absolutely should. Playing with modern military mods is the best way to play Helldivers. It makes it feel like an entirely new game. If you're looking for another game to play right now, come play Helldivers. Check this out. I picked up Helldivers about a month or so after it released, and I immediately fell in love with it. Despite being a futuristic game, Helldivers surprisingly had some satisfying grounded gunplay mechanics. The devs did a lot of that old school physics-based game design where they paid attention to detail on a lot of the small things that makes a game feel so visceral and immersive. They get criticized sometimes for this Milsim style game design, but I love it, honestly. It is so much fun. I think it has some of the best third-person shooter gameplay out there on the market currently. If they just reskinned Helldivers 2 as a Ghost Recon or a SOCOM game, it would go so incredibly hard. Game companies, if you're listening, please make that. Somebody. As I continued to play Helldivers, I discovered a small modding community was starting to take shape. I was worried at first that I might get banned for using mods, but I quickly found out that doing client-side model and sound replacements doesn't hurt anything, and you can still play online with anybody you want. We started out with just a few hundred mods on the NEXUS page, and now there are over 7,000 mods on NEXUS alone for Helldivers 2. As an enjoyer of guns and military shooters, I patiently waited for modern military mods to start popping up on the NEXUS. It just seemed like a natural fit for the Milsim style game mechanics that Helldivers has. I waited and nobody made any. We kept getting anything but military mods apart from some Halo stuff. I was getting frustrated. To quell my hunger, I figured I'd try my hand at producing mods of my own rather than waiting for someone else to get around to making them. The only problem was I had never touched Blender before in my life. Helldivers is also notorious for being a difficult game to mod, so I picked probably the worst game to be a beginner at making mods. After hours and hours of learning the basics of Blender and following modding guides from the community, I finally got it down and started to churn out as many mods as I could. I started with weapons and worked my way up into doing armor mods. I used a good amount of stuff from 3D military assets to kitbash models for some of my armor mods. As you know, those guys are supporters of the channel, so give their site a look if you're needing any game-ready 3D models. There's a discount code for you guys to use in my description as well. Today, we have different uniforms, helmets, primary weapons, handguns, grenades, rocket launchers, backpacks, sound mods, you name it. We even have a Super Earth Marine Corps mod that replaces the SEAF infantry on city maps. And yes, you can command them to follow you around if you want. It is so much fun. Go take a look at my NEXUS mods profile if you want to see all the mods that I've made for Helldivers 2. Mods are also easier than ever to download because of the Arsenal mod manager. You basically just download your mod and then add the file in the mod manager and then deploy it. That's it. The biggest mod project I've done is what I call the SETO Operators Pack. I'll explain more about what SETO is here in a moment. This mod pack fully replaces 23 different armor sets in-game with some modern-day special operations inspired designs. The goal was to have a basic BDU that is shared across all of them for uniformity, and then to give you a ton of combinations of plate carrier setups, helmets, masks, etc. I wanted to make everything interchangeable so that you could roleplay as different classes in the game with your friends. I also have some other one-off armor sets that are mostly interchangeable with my SETO Operators Pack. But what is SETO? SETO. It stands for Super Earth Tactical Operations. It's the name of our Helldivers Milsim Looking for Group Discord server I made. We have almost 1,000 members now. I made it mainly to organize the thousands of players that enjoy modern military mods in Helldivers so we could all play together. If you want to run some ops in Helldivers with other players that also enjoy these kind of military mods, we want you to come and hang out and LARP with us. We even have some recommended mod lists for you to check out, and it's really fun to take in realistic loadouts and coordinate as a squad rather than just kind of playing with randoms. We even have our own lore and everything. Now, you may be wondering why we're using GWAT era gear in 2184, but don't worry, I made some lore for that as well. It's a fun toilet read. Here's a little lore dump for you. In the early 21st century, a global war broke out with the United States becoming the enemy of every other country on Earth, including NATO. Despite overwhelming odds, the sheer might of the United States military-industrial complex proved fruitful, and the United States defeated their multinational foe. With this victory, the US assumed control of the entire planet. To avoid further anti-American sentiment from these conquered countries, the president dismantled the international order and absorbed the remnants of global governance into a new centralized regime, Super Earth. Following its formation, Super Earth initiated a global unification campaign absorbing all sovereign militaries into the newly established Super Earth Armed Forces, or SEAF. These different military special forces groups were consolidated and merged into a single Black Ops organization called Super Earth Tactical Operations. Drawing inspiration from pre-war intelligence agencies like the CIA, SETO operates in complete anonymity. They are only awakened when required for time-critical or high-stakes missions, ranging from strategic sabotage and targeted assassinations to high-value hostage rescues and suppression of insurrections threatening Super Earth's stability. Many SETO operatives are over 150 years of age thanks to the early cryogenic freezing technology developed in the 2030s. SETO at an organizational level prefers to employ weapons from the 21st century. That's why you see the same weapons we see today, much like how we still use the M2 Browning machine gun in 2026, despite being first issued in 1921. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 21st century weapons had largely already reached the practical limits of ballistic performance and reliability, so weapon technology development stagnated. SETO operators are frequently spotted using proven designs that they were familiar with from old Earth. The average citizen of Super Earth remains completely unaware of SETO's existence. SETO operators are repeatedly mistaken for Helldivers due to the similarity of mission sets and the effectiveness of Super Earth propaganda related to the Helldivers. To this day, SETO serves as a shadow force, protecting Super Earth not through mass mobilization, but through precise, unseen strikes in the darkest corners of the galaxy. While Helldivers take the credit and inspire the masses with their bravery and sacrifice, SETO ensures the survival of Super Earth through silence, precision, and the ever-watchful eye of soldiers who were never meant to be known. So come join our SETO Discord server and run some ops with us. We even have some server-exclusive mods for you to use as well. The Discord invite is in my description, so come hang out. If you guys enjoyed this video, let me know if you'd like to see more Helldivers stuff in relation to this, in addition to the Battlefield content. So come and join us on the SETO Discord server and play some Helldivers with us. Thanks for watching.